Ya, Mauricio, ya viene. There I am. All right, 11:11. Pues hoy llegamos un poquito tarde porque estamos trabajando desde temprano. But here we are.
Oh my goodness, the morning went like this.
Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Welcome to 11:11 Conversations with Jen and Mal. Today is Sexy Saturday. Sexy Saturday. Do we know what the new sexy is? Do we know what the new sexy is? Huh? Yes. The new sexy is
Jennifer Behrens.
That's an old sexy.
You're not old.
No, I'm saying that's been that's been
there, done that.
That's been there.
I'm gonna lower this a little bit.
The new sexy is falling in love with saving. Savvy Saturday, Saving Saturday. We will be talking about how to actually fall in love with saving 10% or 5% of your income, learning that is the most important, one of the most important skills to learn early on, so that when you're older, your older self will thank your younger self. So,
and the younger self will thank your older self.
You're funny. Okay, vamos a ver our little angel cards, our beautiful big angel cards.
Ready?
¿Quién quiere una tarjetita hoy?
Our comments.
Una tarjetita hoy. If we haven't said hello and you're on, give us a minute. We are opening up. Today is Saturday.
Nelly Castañeda in the house.
Buenos días. Ok, vamos a ver qué quieren los angelitos.
We are
Decirnos hoy. And here we are.
We are on. We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Híjole.
Híjole.
Wow.
¿Qué pasó?
Truth and integrity.
¿Otra vez?
Again. Truth and integrity. Truth and integrity.
We got
And
that one yesterday.
buen día, papi Rookie, dice man.
Mami Rookie.
And let's do, I'm going to pick two. Pamela and Raúl in the house. Hola, chicos. Hola, buenos días. And taking a deep breath. And how about we do?
Okay,
I do one
and I do one.
Yes, there you go.
Oh my God, our minds were like in sync.
Okay, so the
Ready?
woman, for the women, truth and integrity. Let's try to play today. For the men,
harmony. Harmony for the men.
Armonía. Okay, let's do this. So,
and we are on.
Harmony. Multicultural harmony. Any of you who went to my fundraiser that I did back in 2008, 2009 for my son's school, raising funds for dual language education. I am an advocate for dual language education, and I created a fundraiser called the Multicultural Harmony Benefit Gala. It was great. Okay, harmony. Conflict is resolved in a situation that was troubling you. Know that you deserve this peace and happiness, and accept it graciously. So, you want to translate as I'm reading?
No.
No quiere traducir.
Es que es más fácil para ti porque estás leyéndolo.
¿Cómo? Qué flojo.
Bueno,
es, ¿no?
dale otra vez.
No quiere traducir para eso que hablan en español. ¡Qué horror! Regáñenlo. Ya saben, Scott in the house. All right, Scott. Hey, I just saw it in passing. It is Sexy Saturday, so I had to stop by and say hello.
That's right,
Sexy
baby.
Saturday.
Sexy Saturday.
Enjoy, yes. And we are, the angels have given us
Harmony. And again, truth and integrity.
And I look really sexy with my glasses.
Yeah, you do, baby.
Okay, so here we go. Beloved child of God, you are a peace lover at heart. This card comes to you as a sign of new harmony that dawns upon you. Let go of viewing the situation as troubled and see yourself and others through the eyes of your guardian angels. In this way, you'll look past the surface and see the beauty and light that eternally shines within everyone. By shifting your viewpoint to the angelic perspective, you become an earth angel. Holding an elevated viewpoint sparks miraculous healings in all of your relationships. Conflicts drop away, revealing the clean and new truth about everyone and everything. That's really beautiful, especially after our conversation yesterday, right? Harmony.
Yeah.
It's perspective. It's how we see a situation, how we look at others, and the conflict is resolved in a situation that was troubling you. Know that you deserve this peace and happiness and accept it graciously. Aquí dice armonía es pues cualquier problema o conflicto que han tenido se va a resolver y se va a derretir, ¿no? Tienen que estar presente y saber de que se merecen la paz y la felicidad que quieren, y pues tienen que estar abiertos a recibir eso, a esa felicidad y esa paz con gratitud.
Especially right now,
Nope.
right? Harmony is so important, especially right now in the home, because from what I've been reading from different things that what COVID has, the stress level is so high that, that it can, I've read, and I don't know if anybody knows this, but also there's a lot of non-harmony at home right now. I don't want to go into the negative words that they've been using, but
again, it's all perspective, right? So there are good things. There's a lot of good news out there that I've read that people have actually gotten closer and relationships have gotten stronger, and families have actually realized that family time is so it's so priority, and they've learned to prioritize. So again, there's always the good news and there's always the bad news. So what are you going to focus on? Right? What are you going to focus on, right? So right now we are focusing on the positive, focusing on the harmony, focusing on going up to our 11th floor, our magical 11th floor inside of our magical elevator, and
magic
harmony. Because again, we get to choose it every single moment. Even in the face of any adversity, in the face of any conflict, you have a choice at that moment to transform it with your angel guiding you, with your guardian angel guiding you, and your inner strength and your knowingness of like, this is not what I want. This is not who I am. And stepping out of it like that. It's really magical when you do that. So we invite you to do that.
Yes.
To practice and not focus on the negative stuff that's out there, because it's always going to be there.
Well, there's always going to be
There's always, it's duality,
that's what
right?
That's what the news is about. It's not so much about,
no, but there's a lot of good news out there, and that's what we focus on. We focus on giving you the good news. So, truth and integrity.
Which is the same card we got yesterday.
Yes. So, you can never get enough truth and integrity, because practicing every day, practicing that mindfulness every single day of your truth and your integrity, and where you're out of integrity,
or where your friends or your family.
And forgiving, right? When others are out of integrity with you, you just need to forgive. It's a perpetual forgiveness and let go, right? It doesn't mean that you continue or you allow that behavior in your life continuously. You have a conversation with the person lovingly and you forgive them, and then you move on, right? And it's all a practice.
I want to read some comments here.
Oh, all right.
Jen Stevens.
Jen Stevens
I
Thomas in
met
the house.
Mauricio and Carlos in 9th grade, remedial math class.
Look how far we have come. I
Lots of
love it.
loves.
I have
I've
been
been
hearing the word harmony in songs and quotes for weeks now.
Oh, my
that's
goodness.
awesome, Jen.
Let me see. What's up, Jen?
All right. That
Oh
is
my
fantastic.
goodness. You just gave me goose pimples.
Do bumps, baby. Pimples
I
sounds
know,
gross.
I know. Sounds gross?
Goose pimples? Ew. It's goosebumps.
I know it's goosebumps.
I know, but
thought
I'm just saying.
I'd sound
I'm
cute
reacting
if I
to
say
your
goose
grossness.
pimples.
Ew, gross, no.
So,
all right,
as-
look, Jen comes out there too, and Scott.
Oh, good.
And
Oh,
Grody says,
beautiful.
you guys are rock stars.
Oh, thank you,
Well,
Scotty.
you know why you see that in us?
Because you are a rock star. So,
That's right, mister.
so what I was going to say is Jen met
Thank
me
you.
when I didn't really speak English very well.
Yeah.
Because
So it's great.
I started going to Holmes.
Uh-huh.
It was our school.
Uh-huh.
So I went to that school when I was in 7th grade,
Wow.
and that was back in 1982. So
That's amazing.
it took us about
congratulations.
2 years to
That's awesome.
learn how to speak English.
That's awesome. Well, okay, I'm going to read
All right.
truth.
Truth and integrity, baby. Let's
You
go.
are guided to be very honest with yourself and to be true to yourself in all of your activities and actions. La verdad y la integridad. Tú eres guiado y para que seas honesto contigo mismo y tengas tu verdadera voz dentro de ti, la reconozcas en todas tus actividades y tus acciones. Right? Mm-hmm. The angels say to you, let go of anything inauthentic in all activities that do not mirror your highest intention for yourself. Los ángeles te dicen que dejes ir cualquier actividad que no refleja tu autenticidad y no te deja subir a tus intenciones más altas, ¿no? If something in your life isn't working, be willing to release it to God and the angels. Si algo en tu vida no está funcionando, déjalo ir, déjaselo y dáselo a Dios y a tus ángeles para que te ayuden. When we open our hands and release unhealthy situations, the divine light can enter. Cuando abrimos nuestras manos y dejamos que la divina luz lo agarre, ¿no? Ahí es donde entran los milagros y donde pasan las cosas buenas. Ríete de mí. Sigue riéndote.
You're adorable. Adorable.
Miracles always follow when we surrender troubling conditions. Cuando uno deja ir esos problemas internos, esos problemas mentales, esos miedos, esos temores, los milagros pueden entrar, los ángeles pueden entrar, the good energy can come in and the miracles occur in your life. You'll find the job, relationship, health issue, or other circumstance heals rapidly in ways that you could never have imagined. Y te darás cuenta que en tus relaciones, en tu trabajo, en cualquier situación, en tu salud, todo eso, todas esas circunstancias se sanan rápidamente en maneras que nunca jamás te puedes imaginar tú. Tienes que dejárselo a Dios y a los ángeles. Okay. All along the way, the angels will perfectly guide you to actions that will either help you replace the situation with something better or heal it entirely. Expect a miracle when you decide to be true to you. Espera un milagro cuando tú decidas ser real y verdadera a ti misma o a ti mismo. True to you, right? So, cualquier situación que tengan se va a sanar o Dios la va a cambiar o la va a reemplazar con otra cosa, pero tienes que tener la fe y ser real, ¿no?
Real.
Real contigo misma. Me encanta la cara que pone Mauricio de picarón. Sí.
Es que soy pícaro.
Pícaro. Ah, mira, nos están visitando de Wisconsin.
De Wisconsin.
De Wisconsin.
Oh my God. So I'll share this. I've been asked to be a part of a podcast, and
Earn Your Life
podcast. And he was asking me specifically what are things that I would also like to talk about. And I said, let's talk about integrity, about friendships, about keeping your word, let's talk about love, family. And I think harmony fits into all of that. So, but for some reason, that card really stuck with me about truth and integrity. And and you and I had a conversation about it yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. About truth and integrity. So I said, you know what? That's what I want to talk about.
Yes. This is Saturday of Truth and Integrity and Harmony. It's a practice, you guys. It's like brushing your teeth. It's like having your coffee in the morning. You got to be mindful and practicing your truth and integrity and your harmony within yourself, in your true heart, so that so it shows up in your life. It's all your internal life. Your external life is a reflection of your internal life. Did you know that? Like, really, put it on the comments. I want to know if you were present to the fact that your internal truth is what manifests outside in your external life.
And how many people actually in your life, really start thinking about it, live lives with integrity, who surround you.
Exactly.
Because I think that's also important.
It's so important.
I have some incredible friends who, live life, with heart and integrity.
Yes.
And those are the kind of people I want to surround myself with.
Right. But then we also have friends that aren't, and they've been in our life for a long time. And because we're doing this kind of work consistently every day, you see who is doing the work and who's not doing the work, and who's willing.
Ooh.
Who's willing to do the work? Who's willing? Because people really fall in love with their stories and with their woe stories, and they fall in love with their limiting beliefs. And the thing is, they're blind to it. They think that that's reality.
And then they get blindsided and they go, wait a minute, I want to be in a different place.
Right.
There are people that are too scared to do something different or try something different.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The fear stops them. And I always say, go to the fear.
Exactly.
Jump.
Fear is your best friend. You know why? I'm going to repeat this. I said it the other day. What you want in your life is outside of your comfort zone. Everything you truly want in your heart is outside of your comfort zone. So you've got to fall in love with being uncomfortable, because that's where you actually have breakthroughs.
Well, I will say that the reason I think we've been able to maintain our careers in acting, in producing, and now in the finances business, now teaching, is because we jump.
Exactly.
We just jump.
Mm-hmm.
We don't spend too much time thinking about
what if. No.
Mm-hmm. We just go for it, and if it works, great, and if it doesn't, we've learned something.
We adjust. Right?
And that's the beauty about the financial business. It's one of the things that they talk
mentors.
about. Mm-hmm. And one of the mentors said the other day, listen, if 6 months from now you decide that you don't want to be a part of the team, guess what? In 6 months, look at what you've learned. So you walk away with a lot of knowledge that you didn't know before.
Exactly.
And I was like, bam,
yep.
That just hit me because I'll tell you, in a year that we've been doing this,
we've learned so much.
I mean, it's pretty amazing, and how we value. They've taught us actually how to value and look at our business as entrepreneurs. More so. Really understood how actors are entrepreneurs by nature, because we are a business. Yes. We are a brand, and we are building our brand.
Exactly.
So it's
and that's
so
now
important.
what we're teaching our young actors.
So they're ahead of the game, because I learned it
We learned
later
it
in
later
life.
on. We became
I learned to
conscious
give
of
it away too easy.
Right.
And I'm
He
hello.
didn't give, I didn't give it away too easy.
I'm saying the word.
I made him work for it.
You know, I took a class
Sexy
called
Saturday,
Passion.
just so you know.
Yeah. She did not give it away. She made me wait, ladies and gentlemen. She did.
All right. Let's get some comments in, and then we'll read determination. My mother says, Mamita says, ¿cuánta verdad hay en tus palabras? Sobre todo cuando tenemos la fe en nuestro corazón. Amén.
That's right.
Sí,
and again,
es,
we're not necessarily talking about God. The God
it's
that
your higher power. It's your
It's you.
own inner voice, right? Primos, what's up, Gonzalo?
Oh, mira, Gonzalo.
That's right. Hola, Dios me los bendiga. La tía Teresa los ama.
Besos.
Bendición, tía, te quiero
Tía
mucho.
Rookie.
We got Miguel in the house.
Miguel
Angel Flight
Torres.
Media. What's up?
Rey
Ángel
Ángel.
Torres. Bendiciones a todos. Los queremos mucho. Alex M. All right. Happy Saturday, sexy Saturday.
Let's read. So I started seeing the number 1111 several years ago, right after my dad died. They then learned more about how angels communicate with us. As I have gotten closer to heaven, I began to become more authentic self and a much better mother. Yes, I started doing martial arts and what is it?
And it was so scary, but that's when I started growing personally, being truthful with myself. I love that, Jen. Thank you so much for sharing that.
I think it's fantastic.
That is great because it's a journey. And as a mom, the more truthful we are with ourselves, the better moms we become or feel, right? Because a lot of times we're so hard on ourselves. We're doing a good job, but it's never enough. There's always that mother guilt about something.
And also, I'd like to say this to Jen and share it with all of you. I remember when Jen and I we got pregnant. Well, you got pregnant. One of the things that we discussed before we brought in another kid into this world is let's go get some therapy.
Coaching.
As coaching. We call it coaching, not therapy. I said therapy is just so you understand.
It's just a habit.
It's because we really wanted to get, if there was any issue that we needed to face right away, let's just get to it. Not wait years later and have our kids affected by any issues. And I can't tell you how helpful that was for us because it also got us ready for parenthood in a different way. I mean, you had already been a mother, but I hadn't. And we learned to communicate. Again, we're not perfect at this, but it's something that we always strive for.
Exactly.
Specifically, because we have children, we are instilling in them not to fear anything,
right?
And to jump.
And listen, fear's going to show up, right? Let's be real.
Yeah,
fear is always going to show up. That little doubt in your head is always going to show up. But as long as you recognize that that's all it is, and make fear your best friend, almost saying like, come on, dude, you could do it. This is the excitement and this is the butterflies that you need to do it. So that's why, that's my job. My name is Fear and I'm giving you the energy, the nervous energy to go for it. Otherwise you're just too complacent or too relaxed. So that's how I've, through the years, have transformed what fear is. And I transformed it into excitement, into that esos nervios o ese miedo, uno tiene que transformarlo y verlo como emoción, it's that emotion, it's that fuel to make you jump and to make you take that action.
And for example, also talking about our 1111 elevator that
right?
I am petrified to get in elevators. And that started about 15 years ago. One day, all of a sudden, I started getting scared. I have no idea why that started happening. But I get in there. I'm saying it's just an elevator. That's all it is. Nothing's going to happen to me. Even if I get stuck in here, it's going to be scary, but nothing's going to happen to me. So I go and I face the fear because I'll be damned if an elevator is going to stop me from living my life. And let's be real. There's some buildings that are very
like,
high.
I'm going up 25
You know, I was
stairs.
doing a play a couple, 2 years ago now?
No, 4.
In Chicago? No.
Yes, sir. You're going on 3 years. 3.
3, okay. 3 years I was doing a play in Chicago at the Goodman. And they
We're
put
going
me,
on 4 years. It was 2017.
wow. They put me on the 36th floor. That was where they put my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the nice thing about being a professional actor. They get you nice places. And they put me. No,
okay.
But let me finish this story.
Yes.
And when I got to and I saw 36. At that moment I didn't say anything to them. And I remember getting in the elevator. I'm like going up to 36.
Está hablando de su miedo de meterse en un elevador.
I was in there. I'm like, I'm going to the 36th floor.
Pero él
so I did it for 2 days, okay, guys? And I was petrified.
Y tenía un miedo.
So I go and I asked him if there was, by any chance, a room in the 2nd or 3rd floor.
Se fue y pidió otro cuarto, otro apartamento en un piso más bajo.
Even the 5th, because I said, okay, if I have to climb the stairs, 5 or even 10, I would have gone for it.
Ajá.
There wasn't one apartment open.
No había más apartamentos disponibles.
For 9 weeks, I went up that elevator every day.
Por 9 semanas se metió en ese elevador a subir al
Talking about facing,
al piso 24, con los miedos que le dan de meterse en un elevador.
Facing my fear head on every day. And I went through it. Listen,
and
I
he
just
had a
went
breakthrough y se le quitó.
No se me ha quitado. No se me ha quitado. But the point is that fear never has really gone away.
La cosa es que el miedo
pero
no te congela, no te para. Esa es la lección.
No
dejar que el miedo, que no te congele, que el miedo no te pare, sino que sentir el miedo, pero sentir que la fe en Dios y la fe que tú estás bien es más fuerte que el miedo. So basically having having both, right? You have the fear, but then you also have the faith and you have the knowingness that you are safe and that you are taken care of. Overpower the fear.
Yeah.
And that way you're not stopped.
Remember I was locked in our old apartment, mm-hmm. and I got caught in the, it's only 3 floors. We lived in the 2nd floor. And I got caught. The doors closed and the elevator did not move.
En el 3er piso se quedó.
And I'm pressing. All of a sudden, there's the.
Le dio un pánico.
I pressed the button to please come help me. I was in there for 2 minutes. Talk about.
Llamó ahí a la alarma. Vengan a buscarme. Y estaba el elevador no se abría.
Facing your fear, going, I'm in this elevator. There's no way to get out. I'm like, take deep breaths. I just breathing until they open the door. That moment could have stopped me from getting into elevators. And I still get in elevators.
Todavía se monta en los elevadores. Mi mamá dice, se parece a mí.
Sí, I know.
Lo único, mami, que no se quita la ropa como tú.
No, porque qué tal que abran la puerta y vean este rookie.
My mom also has the same fear. And when that happens to her, she starts taking her clothes off. She's like, I can't breathe. Anyway, okay, all right.
Because if you go into that fear, your body gets hot.
Empiezas a calentarte por eso.
Because your body's like...
Ay, Dios mío. Okay, so, estamos hablando de miedos y cómo sobrellevar dejar los miedos y tener la fe de que todo está bien. And then, let's see, we have, I made Raul wait until the 2nd date. I'm not easy.
The 2nd date.
I love it, Pammy. That's awesome. And then Jen says, way to face your fears. That's right. We got to. Pamela says, don't you find that those butterflies in your underwear are exciting sometimes? Making a friend of your fears. Making it a friend of your fears. The butterflies in your underwear are always fun. And yes, making fear your friend, like making it going, okay, I got it. I totally get that. We need the fear. It is a necessity in life for us to take action, because otherwise we're too comfortable. Otherwise we're just like, well, we don't need to take that action because I'm good where I'm at.
Well, imagine what we go through as actors.
Yeah.
I mean, we expose ourselves to not only casting and then producers and callbacks, and then you get you get the job, and then there's tons of people watching you perform. If you live in fear and you live in that, there's no way we could do our job.
Exactly.
No way.
Lo que me he podido reír, se está riendo, me encanta. Gracias por tu...
Yeah, we've learned.
Gracias, mi bella.
It's one of the things that we also have our actors. There's one young actress that we have that we're teaching. We love her to pieces, and we're teaching her not to fear. And one of her fears is that she's going to forget her line.
Right.
Her line. So
which is one of my fears. You know, I mean, it's like you make sure you remember, but you got to understand as an actor, as an artist. They don't know what the lines are. The audience doesn't know. So you can make it up.
But,
you know,
yes, also on that. But sometimes we get auditions where they're saying, please do not improv.
Oh, true.
Or please do not add anything onto the line.
Don't
do not
paraphrase.
So that puts also on a first audition that pressure to all actors.
Yes.
To not screw the line up, right?
Yes.
And the thing is that it's okay. Sometimes we're teaching her, it's okay to take it back.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Take it back. If you tell them, I'm going to take it back. So, so it's beautiful because we're getting to teach her to face her fears and not to give up.
Exactly. Right? Exactly. All right. Well, we're going to read determination.
Let's do it.
We just get off on our tangents, and it's awesome, and I love it. But I want to make sure that we give you
some food,
some more food.
But can I read Jen's real quick? Says that this is exactly what I needed to hear today. You guys, I'm so glad, Jen. So glad.
It's exactly. You guys are awesome.
Thank you so much, Jen.
This is exactly why we do this, because we want, for us, we've created 1111 to be a beacon of light, to be a forum where we get to meet and elevate our spirits together, and also know that we're not alone in this world, that we get to, if we put ourselves out there, there's so many people that need to just commune, right? To just commiserate and really understand that your state of mind and what you want to create in your life, we actually have control over that. Yeah. You know?
I mean, we all have the same sabotaging voices.
Yeah.
The amigos that are little friends that get on, and you got to go, excuse me, could you get off right now?
Exactly.
You know, the voices.
Says, I'm writing a book called How to Enjoy Fear. That's a good title, girl. Let's do it. Bestseller. I see it. It's self-talk, and I should have practiced it. When you're afraid, what is the worst that can happen? It's not going to kill you. Exactly. When you're afraid and you do it, what's the worst that can happen? You get what you actually want. I mean, the worst that can happen is that you don't get it. But that's okay. You don't have it right now.
Well, I'm going to make a huge point.
That can happen is that you can actually have your dreams come true.
And I also am going to make a point on this. Mm-hmm. We're not taught this at schools. Like financial education, it's not taught at schools, right? They teach us math. They teach us homemaking. But there is no cognitive behavioral classes.
There's no real life.
There's no real.
skills.
So guess what? We're picking up from our parents, right, who also have fears, and they didn't get training, right? So one of our goals has become to be better. Our children are our why, is what, I'm sure you've heard the term, the why. Mm-hmm. We want to be better and educate ourselves better as parents to change the pattern, right? So our kids, we're raising them to be as confident as possible.
Yes.
We know that they're going to have their weaknesses, right? We're instilling them to live with no fear, because we know that we were raised with parents who loved us, but also had their own insecurities and their own fears. And those fears were instilled in us. Mm-hmm. And then there were insecurities that we picked up from teachers, because either we weren't good at something, and then they reminded us that we weren't good at it. So I want, it's like math. I was never greatest at math. Mm-hmm. We're instilling the education. We make sure that she understands that she's got to do her math, and that if she doesn't understand it, we look it up, right?
Yeah.
And so I think it's good, and what we love about this is that we get to all be together, get in this elevator, and learn from each other.
Exactly. All right, I love that, baby. Thank you for sharing.
I got really passionate
your
about
passion. I love your passion. We should not dwell on the past. There is no need to do so. Those who exert themselves fully in the present moment and burn with great hope for the future are the true sages of life. Happy Father's Day! Happy early Father's Day to everyone. Happy early Father's Day.
Oh, we're doing it today because...
No, esto es solamente un regalito de tu para empezar.
This is my tribe, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy Father's Day.
For those who
de los
haven't...
padres a todos, y queríamos darle una sorpresa a este papá tan lindo.
My kids were asking me yesterday. They were like, what do you want for Father's Day?
¿Qué quieres para el Día del Padre? Le
and I said, I already have it. And they go, what?
Digo, ya lo tengo.
And then I went, you guys, I don't need anything else. You're my gift. You're my gift.
Tu regalito.
A ver.
Uno de los regalitos. Happy Father's Day. All right.
Oh my goodness. Baby, yes. They're making a point.
Los necesita.
They're like, get rid of those, especially my son. He's like, what's up with those tennis shoes?
Ya mira que hay más.
Wow, I love it. I love that socks. Yes, baby.
También las necesita.
Oh, I love it.
Yay! All right, happy Father's Day to all the fathers watching.
Thank you.
We love you.
All right,
to all
I want Juliana.
I want
Juliana, since we're talking about it. Juliana, what are you?
Enough.
We say you are enough.
I am enough.
What are we working towards?
Excellent.
We're working towards excellence. What can you be?
Anything.
Who loves you? Everybody.
Yay.
So it's training them. It's training them because that's what we do. It really is. It's training them. Our son here is in Princeton, very confident, very self-aware, respectful. We are training them to be sent into the world to be a better version of us.
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
So that's the best job I could have ever asked for.
Well, happy Father's Day, baby.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I love it.
Happy early Father's Day.
I love it. I love it.
I'm on later in school.
Okay, say bye, everyone.
I love it.
Bye.
Here. Thank you, guys. I love it.
Mira, mami, te está saludando. Saluda a tu abuelita.
Ciao.
I love my kids. I love my kids.
Jimmy, help me.
Happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you, honey. I appreciate it. It was awesome.
That was a nice, you didn't expect it.
I did not.
We like surprises. Nos encanta dar sorpresas aquí. Eso me lo enseñó mi madre, dar sorpresas. Eso a mí me encanta. Y le tengo que dar las gracias a mi madre ahora lejos por enseñarme a celebrar la vida, a sorprender a la gente que amo y pues ese es el mejor regalo que me has dado en mi vida, mami. I love you. Okay, so happy Father's Day to everyone. So that's what I was reading, right? What was I reading? We should not dwell on the past. There is no need to do so. No deberíamos quedarnos en el pasado y pensar del pasado y lamentar el pasado y todo eso. Those who extend themselves fully in the present moment and burn with great hope for the future are the true sages of life. Esos que en realidad se entregan al momento presente, al presente, que se entregan al presente y tienen esa pasión y esa esperanza para el futuro, son de verdad los que hacen, son true sages in life, que son sabios en la vida. Esos son los verdaderos sabios, los que se quedan en el presente y tienen la esperanza para un buen futuro.
Mm-hmm.
So
Bingo.
that is awesome.
That's
the true
beautiful.
sages in life are those that focus on the present and have huge hope for the future. Love that.
Love it.
Okay,
David
so let's see.
Fernandez says,
Okay.
Fernandez, but
Priscilla.
Mauricio owes me money. I'll stop thinking of the past when he packs up.
That's funny.
You wish. I don't borrow from friends.
On another Zoom.
Otherwise, I'd be with my gente.
Oh, okay. Well, we love you. We miss you, Ali Lot. I was on the phone with my newfound cousin Carol.
Awesome.
Good morning. Oh, yay. I love that. You know, one of my dreams is to have a cousin reunion on my dad's side on Zoom. So I'm creating that. I will definitely keep you guys posted on that. Let's see. When I talk to you, I'm really talking to myself, Pamela says, because I am guilty of everything that I say we should not do. You know, it's human.
It's human.
We totally, it's human. It's trial and error. And it doesn't matter how many times we get up and try again. We got to just never give up. Never give up. That's the secret.
I was listening to this gentleman. His name is Steve Siebold the other day. I heard he was going to be doing this webinar, and I said, "Ooh!"
With our company, he was one of the mentors.
He's one of the mentors, and I joined it.
One of the guest mentors.
I want to, you know, he's an older man now. He's young on this when he wrote this book, and one of the things that was asked, so how good are you at these 177? And he goes, "Oh, I still have to remind myself of some of them. I still have to go back and read and remind myself." And I was I love that answer. It's a continuous quest. Mm-hmm. We're human beings. We're not robots. So exactly. It's not like we're not going to fall. The thing is to be aware of it. And that's what he talks about.
Forgive yourself.
It's to be aware of it.
A million times.
We are,
no importa si uno
there are people who are not aware.
Para de hacer lo que uno dijo. O sea, tienes infinitas oportunidades de empezar de nuevo. Si estás vivo, pues tienes que seguir adelante. Y si no sigues con lo que el plan, está bien, te puedes poner otra vez en el plan. Es no dejar no rendirte.
And I tell you,
no rendirte.
Always going back to when I share about when I used to have anxiety, one of the things that I began to understand, that it's really one of the things I always want to talk about, is I didn't understand my self-talk. I didn't know that I was doing it. Mm-hmm. And when they explained it to me, when I went through cognitive behavioral therapy, and they talk about self-talk or catastrophizing, those were my two big things. My self-talk was really bad and hard,
yeah.
And I made things bigger than what they were.
Mm-hmm. Everything's so significant.
It was
so
a perception.
It
was always a perception. It wasn't the truth. But I made it the truth. Mm-hmm. And once I began to understand that, it just shifted my life. Yeah. It really shifted my life. And I learned I became aware through this cognitive behavioral therapy I became aware of my voices. Mm-hmm. Because I know that the voices, we all have the voices, but we don't know what we don't know, right? Until somebody goes, they stop you because you're going through some cathartic, it's a catalyst in your life, right? And I remember when I had that anxiety attack, and I went to the hospital, first thing that they said, you need to talk to somebody. And when I went to talk to somebody, they started explaining exactly what was happening and what I was doing. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I began to understand, I started retraining myself to change that pattern, because I did not want to live there.
Exactly. So. Exactly. That's awesome. Okay. So, awesome. So let's continue. The subliminal message was, you are going to drown. Yay, new shoes, Ali says. Oh, Pamela, when I took a bath, my mother used to yell at me, Pammy, are you okay? Oh, and so the subliminal message was, you're going to drown. Got it. Well, when you were little, it's interesting what stays with us, right? And what affects us in our lives, right? Well, for me, it was my virginity. For me, it was like the fear. My mom and my grandma and my tia, like, I love them to pieces. They're like, we've been watching Jane the Virgin, and I'm like, oh my God, I was
Catholic
so
guilt, right?
Jane the Virgin. I truly, truly was. And the minute that seriously, because I remember my mom saying, the minute that you give that up, forget it. They're gonna leave. They're not gonna want you. They're not gonna. And then I remember telling her finally, like, you traumatized me. She's like, I just wanted to make sure that you didn't get pregnant when you were a teenager. She's like, but go ahead and have sex without guilt. What are you talking? That's not what I meant to do. But those are fears that the old school, right, had instilled in women, making that sex is like a bad thing, or it's, if you're not married, then it's a sin, and then you're dirty, or it was awful. I've done a lot of self-work when it comes to that. And now I'm like as free as a bird, and I just really enjoy it without any guilt. But man,
I enjoy it without any guilt too.
Oh my God. My first boyfriend, poor guy, man, he deserves a medal. Holy cow. Anyways.
Well, I want to share also, you just reminded my mom, back to was what in the early 40s, right? My mom had her time of the month, and my mom was adopted by her grandmothers, because there was 3 of them. She was adopted, and when she had her time of the month, and she told them, they put her in a bathtub.
And prayed around her,
put candles
all over,
and they just started praying. My mom
her.
said I was traumatized for the rest of my life. Every single time I got my period, like it was a bad thing. They scared the living balonies out of me.
Yeah, like she's bleeding, and yeah. No, it's insane. So
it's that cat, when you're raised with that
esos miedos. Pues estoy explicando el miedo de lo que. El único miedo que me inculcaron ustedes fue el miedo de tener el sexo.
No, y la brujería. Te inculcaron la brujería.
No, bueno, pero no. El miedo de eso, no. Pero estoy explicando que como el programa de Jane the Virgin, ella también, su abuela le dijo, en el momento que hagas el sexo, eres como una flor. Y viste la flor, qué linda es. Y bueno, estrújala. Hay una escena. Y entonces la muchachita estruja la flor, y la flor se desborona, ¿no? Y dice, eso es lo que te va a pasar si haces el sexo sin casarte. Ese Yvonne Cole. Y entonces la pobre niña así como traumatizada, y hasta
y
nunca tuvo el sexo hasta que se casó.
You laugh a lot during Jane the Virgin.
Y me río tanto porque puedo relacionarme con ese trauma, porque a mí me dieron el mismo trauma. Mami y mi tía, porque se van y eso duele.
Pues mami Ruca, nunca me fui. We have a bit with Jane's mom. We go,
oh my God. So yes, so fears, we're talking about fears, and they come in all shapes and colors and sizes about everything in life. And it's about really being true to yourself and
facing it
and living in the present moment.
And again, if you are, and you need to look for somebody that you can talk to, ladies and gentlemen.
Definitely talk to. So.
It is so important to talk all this out. Jen and I we feel blessed because we've developed words with each other that we can go. Are you in your story? Are you getting triggered now?
Are you in your ego? Are you listening to me from your ego or from your spirit?
And we are able to do it. Again,
not always,
perfect,
though. Not always, but we're
the great thing is that we're practicing and we're looking for that, and we also know it's a journey, right? Mm-hmm. Because we also know that in a relationship, you will have those moments.
Yeah,
we understand that, and she allows me now to take a deep. I don't face things right at the moment. Mm-hmm. I need some time.
I've learned to just let him.
She wants to face it right there, and I go. I need to take a deep breath, and I need to allow me just to. Mm-hmm. For me, it's just For me, I don't know. I don't want to go out of anger.
Pamela. Holy crap! Those old wives' tales will kill us. Totally. I'm as free as a bird, a vulture. Miguel Ángel Paredes, welcome to our awesome student protege.
We have people saying hello to us.
Hello.
Josh Sign is saying hi.
Oh my!
And I have somebody called Angie saying hi.
So we have some more. Do you want to go to the comments?
Yes.
Jen Stevens said, our math teacher was Mrs. Whitman at Emerson Junior High. Your first year in the U.S. She taught me it's not that you can't do math. It's that you think you can't do math. Exactly. I love that. And that stayed with you. She changed my life because she taught me our attitude affects our ability.
I didn't have her as a teacher.
But
I'll tell you something. If I had had it, it would have made a difference.
Jen, thank you for sharing.
Jen,
that.
I came from Colombia, from a Catholic upbringing, and I was going to Catholic school. So the teachers there, I had nuns. They beat me and all the students during math class. I mean, if we didn't know something, they took a ruler, bam, we would get hit. And if we didn't know the answers, we'd get put in the corner. It was traumatizing.
Okay, all right. It's okay.
I wish I had Mrs.
Ana María dice, es risoterapia hoy. Sí, mamita, vamos a reírnos. Y es verdad, los traumas, ¿no? Los miedos de uno, que uno aprende cuando uno es chiquito.
And also you live with the trauma because I was always too afraid to tell my mom about my teachers in school because I thought I was going to be in trouble with my mother.
Yeah.
I told her later on, and I wish I had known.
Yeah.
My mom never knew that this was happening.
Miguel, we love you too. Miguel Ángel Paredes. Learn that name. You will be seeing it everywhere. Earlier today, I reposted on Facebook about overcoming fears.
Beautiful.
Let's see, Ali. Oh, okay. So you posted it on your stuff. Let me see what. Let's see what Ali put because it's hard here. My mom just said over and over again. Ali says, my mom just said over and over again, one sperm will get you pregnant.
Well,
just takes one.
Yeah, yes.
Absolutely. It does.
Not all the time.
It's just one. Just one sperm.
One that...
Es una de esas espermas. So es la que te va a preñar.
Get to sex talk.
It's Sexy Saturday.
Oh, yes, that's right. Baby.
Yo creo que es el primer día que hablamos del sexo.
Pero bueno, entonces estamos hablando del Sexy Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen,
estamos hablando del miedo, pero son miedos diferentes.
If anything that I can give you today, please go to your husband or your wives and tell them how much you love them, how much you appreciate them, and make sure you're looking at each other when you do it. I love you, and I'm grateful for you.
Thank you.
Because I'm telling you, that connection...
It makes a difference.
It makes a difference. We had that connection this morning. I was getting my stuff right, and all of a sudden I hear from the bathroom, baby, come here. And then I walk in, she goes, what? I just want you to hold me. I was like, and then we just hugged each other and looked at each other. It was I love it. It just started our day. It was just great, you know?
Yes. Lo que está diciendo Mauricio es que tomen el momento de con quien estén, que pareja, familia, mamá, hermana, hermano, tía, con quien estén. Mírenlo, díganse, conecten ojo a ojo. Te amo, te quiero, te aprecio, doy gracias por ti. Y de verdad que hace una diferencia y ayuda al espíritu conectar con esos con quien convivimos.
It's we're all just we're all going, right? All of us have our worries and our things, and especially if you have kids and husband's trying to make money, the wife is trying to make money, and it's just going. Sometimes we forget to remind ourselves why it's that way. Are all doing this? Yes. We're doing it for the betterment of
for us to have a better life. Absolutely.
Right? But so one day I told her, I don't want us to ever get lost in what it is that we're doing. Mm-hmm. If we don't have this, we got nothing.
Yeah.
So
I told you that first.
Yes, you did. But then I reminded you again. Remember what we talked about? It's not get going too much on everything. Make time for us. Today is our date night.
Yes, today's our date night. Tenemos una cita esta noche. Pero me encantó. ¿Cómo te sentiste? ¿Te sorprendimos?
I loved it. I love my family. I love that we take care of each other. We really do take care
Happy Father's Day to all of you.
Yes.
Early.
I know because we don't see each other
Father's
tomorrow.
Day. Los queremos mucho y bueno, ya vamos a leer porque ya nos despedimos pronto.
How many minutes? Yeah, we got
yes,
a couple of more minutes here.
We roll the same way, Pamela says. We can we tell each other how much we love each other all day, every day. I love that. Yes. Well, I just think that it's so important to be in the present moment and really understand why do you work so hard in your life? Why do you want a great life? So that you can enjoy it with those that you love, right?
There's no other point.
Is how it,
because you're not working it for yourself.
Right.
You want to share it with others.
I mean, sharing.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. Ooh, look. We were talking about self-talk, and I love it when I just open it up to what we need to hear. Let's see.
I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm super excited.
Is it the coffee or is it just because it was Sexy Saturday?
Take it. And then me happy dance.
El de tu mami es que, don't worry, be happy.
Espérate, no.
No. Mami Rookie, ¿qué es lo que dices?
Ay, se me olvidó. ¿Cómo es que? Ay!
Don't worry, be happy, no?
I forgot. Okay, champions thrive on world-class self-talk. World-class self-talk. Repeat anything long enough and it will start to become you. Repeat anything long enough and it will start to become you. Self-talk is what we say to ourselves all day long. Yet, it's also how we say it. It's also how we say it. For years, philosophers, psychologists, and performers and performance experts worldwide have known about the impact self-talk has on us. That being said, average performers are oblivious to what they are saying to themselves and how it's affecting the quality of their lives. The pros have always been aware of the power of language in programming and reprogramming the human computer. Dr. Shad Helmstetter is in his magnificent book, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, writes that up to 77% of the average person's self-talk is negative. According to Dr. Helmstetter, we spend our lives talking ourselves into and out of things. Champions believe and embrace this idea. As a matter of fact, the easiest way to know you're in the presence of champions is to listen to them. The world class has spent years overcoming poor programming, and this process usually begins with the use of language, both with themselves and others. The great ones believe almost anything is possible, simply because they have repeated that idea and others like it to themselves for years. So, self-talk. To quote Dr. Helmstetter, repetition is a convincing argument. Repetition is a convincing argument. Developing world-class self-talk may be the most powerful of all of the mental toughness secrets of the great ones. Like most of the habits, traits, and philosophies in this book, it's so simple. It is so simple that it's often overlooked. As a result, amateur performers continue to perpetuate amateur language with themselves and others. Meanwhile, the great ones create ideas out of thin air, convince themselves achievement is possible, and then go out and make it happen. Wow. So self-talk.
I mean, the fact that you opened it on that, and that's what we're talking about.
I know. I love it.
Amazing.
I love it because it happens
amazing.
Every time. You know, the angels surround us and guide us, and it's our higher selves, our higher power. It's a beautiful thing. So self-talk, como nos hablamos a nosotros mismos, es lo más importante. De verdad que sí. Repetir algo todos los días constantemente, eso es lo que eres. Entonces, lo que tú te dices tú mismo es lo que has creado en tu vida. So, uno tiene que estar consciente de lo que uno está diciéndose uno mismo. ¿Cómo te estás hablando a ti mismo, a ti misma? Háblate con palabras positivas. creativas, que te quieres, porque si no, la negatividad en lo que nos decimos a uno mismo es lo que crea ese, pues, ¿cómo se dice? Que uno se sienta mal, ¿no? Y no pueda seguir adelante en la vida, porque siempre hay si dices, siempre hay algo, pues siempre va a haber algo. Una de las amigas de Mauricio, que ellos fueron al colegio en 9º grado, dice, me acuerdo una maestra me dijo, porque yo le dije, yo no soy buena en matemática, y ella le dijo, no es que no eres buena en matemática, es que piensas que no eres buena en matemática, y eso es la diferencia. Es como uno piensa, si uno dice, ay, yo no soy buena en esto, yo no soy buena en esto, pues tienes razón, no eres, porque no vas a crear la posibilidad de ser bueno en esa cosa, porque ya crees que no eres, o que no tienes la posibilidad de hacerlo. So there you go, esa es la lección de hoy.
IG se nos acabó.
Niñas, los queremos mucho.
We love you. We appreciate you.
Estudien, ámense.
Have a great Father's Day for you
Yes,
fathers.
happy Father's Day to all of you. We love you. We appreciate you. We see you on Monday.
El lunes, 11:11.
Lunes de motivación.
All right, we love you.
All right, bye.
Wave to our friends as I finish this.